What's up, people of YouTube? This is Tmartn here, bringing you guys another video to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about a few things in regards to Modern Warfare, and I think that you guys probably already know what direction this is heading in. It's been the talk of the town lately, some pretty big negatives going on within the community. I have my opinions on these topics, so of course I am going to be discussing these things within a few different videos. This is going to be the first video of many, more than likely, but today we're going to be covering the exclusivity of the survival mode within Modern Warfare. Before we get into the topic of this video, if you guys do enjoy the content, if you guys have been watching my videos, I know that my last few have kind of fluctuated in terms of interaction and likes and views overall, but to those of you who have been watching my videos on a regular basis, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you could hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. I am getting extremely close to 1,000 subscribers, and initially I was going to be doing a giveaway of Modern Warfare once I hit that goal, because I was going to try and hit that before the launch of the game. Unfortunately, that does not look like it's going to happen, but if I'm able to hit the goal of 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway of some game that's relevant at the time. So if I hit 1,000 subs in December, I might be doing a giveaway of Need for Speed or something on the channel, just whatever you guys would like. Hit that subscribe button. I will be doing some sort of a giveaway at some point in the near future. Now let's go ahead and let's get into the topic. Now, regardless of my opinion of Modern Warfare as it currently stands, with the way that the game plays, everything that's involved in the game, so on and so forth, regardless of my opinion of that, I do have to address the fact that, for the most part, the game was very well received. It seemed like it was getting a lot of praise. For the most part, you know, everybody knows that there was things that needed to be changed from the beta, spawns, some stuff with the maps, some connection issues. Most of those things are probably going to be addressed come launch, but overall, I think it was safe to say that people were looking forward to Modern Warfare, myself included, even with the complaints that I had. We took some major steps this year as a community within Call of Duty, going from being very restricted in who we could play with, you know, being only your console, having exclusivity on content for either a month or a week from the initial time that it releases, getting that content first on PS4, and then later for Xbox. We had moved forward. We had dropped that in a sense, you know, all content updates, maps, etc. For the most part, we're all going to be releasing at the same time for everybody, and that was great news, as well as crossplay. So we could play with our friends on Xbox, we could play with our friends on PC, and that is a decision that we got to make. Now, they've taken a huge step backwards. They've undone so much of that effort and so much of that work that we really liked, by making it to where the survival mode within the Spec Ops section of the game is completely exclusive to PlayStation 4 for an entire year. And I don't think I really need to point out to anybody how ridiculous this is. This doesn't directly affect me. I do have a PS4, and a lot of other content creators either have a PS4 if they're making Call of Duty videos, or they have both consoles. But the reality of this is that most people out there, the general consumer, they do not have two consoles. They have one or the other, or a PC, or whatever the case is. They usually go to wherever their friends are, and that makes sense, because until the last couple of years, we haven't had crossplay. This is just a giant slap in the face to the community. I can understand where they were going with this. They were trying to look at it as, hey, you know, we signed a contract deal with Sony. Like, we have to give something to Sony. This is the way this works. The money's coming from them, or part of the money, because we all know the microtransactions are just destroying the market. But a large portion of money is coming from Sony for development, for good looks on Activision, whatever you want to call it. We have to give Sony something. You know, we saw the fact that there was a week of, or technically 2 weeks of delay between the beta for PS4 and Xbox and PC, and that made sense. You know, I don't think that's ridiculous. Then we also saw the advertisements for the fact that there is a day one advantage on PS4 once Modern Warfare releases, and we're still not sure what that is, but I can only assume that this is not what the day one advantage is, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But for them to take a game that has a 1 year life cycle with, for the most part, excluding like Black Ops 3, that was a game that carried on for many years, but games that have a 1-year lifespan where 90% of the player base moves on to the next game after that first year, and to take something out of that game and make it exclusive to one console is mind-blowing. The fact that the balls that they have to do something like this is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, we have so many things that we are looking forward to from this game, and then they take this and they just think that this is okay. I don't know if it was Sony that proposed this. I don't know if it was Activision that proposed this. And listen, I'm a Sony fan. I'm very satisfied with the PS4. I did enjoy the PS3, although I'll admit the Xbox 360 was a better console. But I like the exclusives on Sony. Like, I like my PS4, but Sony is notoriously known for being very hard to play ball with, whether it's crossplay or exclusive content. Like, they are very difficult with that kind of stuff, and I don't understand why, because it benefits the consumer. It benefits everybody if it's a joint operation. You know, if the games are cross-platform, with the exception of, I can understand exclusive games made by certain studios, I can understand that. But outside of that, multiplayer-wise, there should be absolutely no reason why people can't play with each other across consoles. Absolutely no reason. So, it's very irritating to see them take something like this for a full-priced game and make it exclusive for 1 year. From October of this year till October of next year, Xbox and PC will not be able to play survival mode. The developers from Infinity Ward made a bold statement, and I really appreciated this statement because in a sense I appreciated it, in other parts I didn't. They had stated somewhere in the big long Reddit post that, you know, it's above their pay grade. They don't make decisions like this. This refers to other things, which I'm going to have another video on that as well, but they don't make the decisions like this, and I don't think that they want this to be the case. You know, they work so hard on these games, they put so much effort, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Raven, whoever. They put so much work into these games, and Activision comes in and they say, well, now it's time to get mine. Like, I'm already getting mine, but I want to get mine times 2. So now we're going to do this to your game that you just worked 3 years on. And I don't think that they have much say in that. You know, they can put up an argument, they can say what they want, they can suggest how they want things to go, and maybe Activision will take that into consideration. But at the end of the day, Activision has the final say. They own the IP, they own everything that has to do with it, they own the studios. I mean, this isn't a Bungie and Destiny situation. Bungie owned Destiny. Bungie was their own studio that Activision brought in. They separated because of Activision screwed up marketing and just more money tactics, and they were lucky enough to be able to take Destiny and keep Bungie how it was and go someplace else, and from the looks of it, Destiny is going to become a very good game because of this. Activision and Call of Duty, like, that's never going to happen. There's always Call of Duty is always going to be Activision. It just is. My biggest concern with this is I feel like there is some sort of a legality issue here, because if you really think about it, you have a $60 title, $65 after tax, roughly. $60 title that you can purchase on 3 consoles, Xbox, PS4, PC. PlayStation 4 users are going to buy this game, and they're going to get access to Spec Ops, which encases the regular Spec Ops missions and maybe things we don't know about yet, as well as the survival. We're also going to gain access to campaign, and then we're also going to gain access to multiplayer, which both of those modes, we probably don't know everything that there is to know about those modes yet. Then, shortly after, there's going to be a Battle Royale. I think the Battle Royale is going to be free to play, which is the good move to go with here. But, regardless, $60 for those 3 modes, 4 if you want to count survival. And then, over on Xbox and PC, they're going to pay the same $60 for the same title, but basically a 1/4 of the game, or a 1/6, depending on how you want to break it up, is going to be left out. Same price, less content. This feels, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like there's something that's not right here, past just how it looks and how it feels from a consumer standpoint, but like also as, how is it legal? Like, just legitimately, how is it legal for them to release a game on one console and you get everything, and then release a game on another console or 2 other consoles, platforms, whatever you want to call it, and you don't get all the content for the same exact price for an entire year? And I guess maybe they're able to do that because they're stating that they're going to get the content a year later, but regardless, it's dirty. I'm not okay with it. I don't like their tactics, and that's basically where I'm going to wrap this video up. I just don't know. I don't know what we can do. I mean, I'm hoping that maybe once this Sony deal's done, I don't know how much longer is on it. I think they signed for 3 years in Black Ops 3. And then, so we had Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, World War II, and then I think they signed again before Black Ops 4. So I'm sure we have at least 1 more year of this, and hopefully they don't sign exclusivity deals anymore, because that's a thing of the past. For content in games like multiplayer games, it's a thing of the past. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to know your opinion down in the comment section below. Also, like I stated, if you're watching my content for the first time or you've been watching it recently and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell icon so that way you get notified of my future uploads. Anyways, guys, deuces.